Yeah, guys, we got to do something about this. If we got to listen to this for 44 more seconds.
Very good. It never gets old, does it, fellas? It never gets old. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Off the Bat. I'm your host, Hefe Picks, joined by my two normal guys, Alpha, BBB, and a very special guest, Clee Picks. Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning, man. We appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Always
Clee,
a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Good. Alpha, BBB. Buenos dias, amigos. How we feeling today? New week, a lot of MLB. We already have one game underway, Patriots Day in Boston, so they decided to have a 6 a.m. first pitch, and somehow the Red Sox are already just down by 4. Great job, Rich Hill. Keep aging like fine wine.
Right. Happy Monday, boys. Big week ahead. We're in the full midst of NBA playoff action. And the MLB, we're starting to get some data. We're starting to get some trends to fill their way out as we're getting into the season. I'm excited, boys. Clee is here. Very special guest. Very happy to have you here, brother. BBB, fresh haircut. Looking good. How we doing?
Fresh cut. Ready to give out some nice picks. So I'm ready to dive into today's slate.
Nice picks and a nice haircut. I'm all about it. Hefe, you did a whole long intro. Didn't say how are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Excited that NBA playoffs are underway. We get a solid 2 weeks of every single night NBA playoffs, but baseball's here, man. Finally, we get away. These next 2 days, we get a little bit of a break from the daytime baseball. We get a little bit more of a night slate. But don't worry, because Wednesday and Thursday only has 77 games, all starting at 1 o'clock. So there'll be plenty to go through. But, guys, let's go through anything that happened over the weekend in baseball. I mean, it was a full slate of games. Excuse me. One thing I'll say right off the bat, Yankees are embarrassing. To lose a series to Baltimore is just embarrassing. You couldn't have pitched a better game than Cortez did yesterday, and to just have the offense do nothing, and then Loaizaga give up the game-leading single to Odor is just serendipitous, I guess I'd say. Other thing I'll take away is Ohtani definitely shut me up. On Friday, I called him out for starting 0-2, and then he decided to hit 3 home runs in 2 games. So good for you, and Angels looking good. Sad for Mike Trout. God, that guy is just sucks. BBB or Mickey, you taking anything out of this?
Mike Trout sucks? I did
no,
not.
No, I said it sucks what's happening to him getting dinged up all the time.
Yeah, no, that is brutal. That's something that you just hate to see. But I mean, he's one of those players that's just like an all-time player that's just been stuck in a kind of a wasteland. Sucks to see. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of games, Easter Sunday yesterday. Hope everyone had a great Easter. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to dive into today's slate.
Absolutely. Clee, anything from the weekend?
Yeah, man, I think the Dodgers are who we thought they were. And I think the Reds are equally as terrible.
So we thought they were, right?
Yeah. And no one's going to let them off the hook with that lineup. That is for sure. And then, I think the King Kwan, Stephen Kwan hype machine kind of died down a little bit this weekend. So that's unfortunate. But look, I love my Guardians. And as weird as that sounds.
Oh, God.
Hopefully.
It sounded so weird. I was like, all right, man, we don't care if you like your parents. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, no, I love them too. But no, this whole Guardian, it's just weird to see. Like, they had the whole intro the other day, and I was like, the home opener, and I was like, we are still Cleveland, but we're just the Guardians now. And everyone's just like, yeah, no one likes it. But and in the boot, you have that logo. It looks like someone from 5th grade used it on a clip art. on one of their reports. So
Yeah.
like all that thrown together, it's a mess. But hey, it's as I said, I love what the Dodgers are doing, and unfortunately, the Guardians have come back down to earth.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, that kind of brings us to today. We got a little mini slate today in baseball. Travel day for some teams, starting a new series, but still a lot of good games. We'll start off with the White Sox and the Guardians, man in the back. We don't say the I word anymore.
Freaking
No
slam.
words.
Free
Come on.
cancel slam. Cancel culture.
God,
Always slam the book.
unbelievable. Anyway, guys, probably one of the best pitching matchups today. We got Keuchel, we got Bieber. Guardians are on the money line, a -135 favorite here. It's the first game of a series. Alpha, we'll start with you. You're right below me. What are you thinking? What do we got here? White Sox coming off a bad loss to the Rays, 9-3. Guardians coming off an even worse loss to the Giants, 8-1. So both teams looking for a bounce back tonight.
Yeah, quickly, before we get into this game, guys, we just have breaking news. The Nationals D-backs game for tonight has officially been postponed. That is rained out, so you can take that off the slate for today. Not that I had any action on it, and I'm pretty sure that the boys up here didn't either, but some news to bring to y'all. Let's dive into this one. We have the Guardians, and they've been playing some good baseball. I know Clee's a little disappointed with how they went on the weekend, but they're going up in a good matchup against Dallas Keuchel, who I think is going to struggle all year long. Keuchel's been proven to be not the best pitcher. He was much better when he was with the Astros. He struggled since he's been in Chicago. I like the Guardians in this spot, guys. -140 on the money line. One of my favorite plays today if it doesn't rain out. We maybe have some weather issues in this one, but if the game is good to go, give me the Guardians. Clee, it's your team at home. You know what the weather is outside. You know what's going on with this team. Fill us in.
Yeah, so it's cold, it's wet, and it's just a miserable day in Cleveland. So it's probably every other day if you want to make that joke. Look, I love the Guardians first five tonight. Cy Bieber on the mound. I'm not a big fan of the middle relief of this team, so that's why I'm looking more at the first five in this matchup. And I think, as you said, Dallas Keuchel on the mound. The Guardians lineup isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Owen Miller's been cover off the ball. Jose obviously is him. Miles Straw has been, living up to the contract extension he's gotten. So give me the first five on the money line. Again, that kind of saves you as if for some reason it does, end in a tie after 5 innings. I think it's around -130. So I'm going to go first five with the Guardians today with Bieber on the mound. Continue his prolific play so far this season.
Does it worry you with Bieber in the weather elements? I know he's struggled in the past in some rain and some cold. He's better in the warm weather, drier weather. What do you think about that? Does that make you any hesitant at all in this play?
No, not today. I think I remember last year he had some issues with that. I do remember, especially at start Detroit. But that was more due to the fact of the shortened spring at that point, and just everything was all screwed up with the way the season was. They've been very smart with the way they've been doing this pitch count this season already. You saw in the Kansas City start of the year, they only pitched them, I think it was like 60 pitches. They upped to the 70 in Cincinnati last week, and he looked very dominant in that start. So if Ahmed Rosario can catch a ball in the outfield, I think the ERA is around 1, if not for that. But I think he's going to be okay today. He's had some success against the White Sox lineup before too, so that's another a plus for them.
Love it.
BBB.
Yeah, I'm right there with you there. I think that this is a great spot for the Guardians here. The Guardians, they've had, with Bieber on the mound, you're always feeling confident. I like them first five. Especially fading Keuchel. It's always a fade Keuchel day for me. Like almost any time Keuchel's starting, I love fading their first five.
How do you always do this? You get every name so wrong.
Look, doesn't matter the names, guys. Every time I say the name wrong, we win the bet, so it doesn't really matter. All right, I think we've learned this already. I say the name wrong, it's a lock. So here we go, lock it in. Keuchel has lost his last 3 starts against the Guardians. But yeah, I think that you guys threw me way off. You guys do it every single time, but this is a great matchup here. That the Guardians hit him very well, and I think that continues this time. I think Shane Bieber will continue to have a dominant as always. So
I'll make my pick quick. I'm going with a Nerfy here, -145 odds. Bad weather plus one good pitcher. Makes me feel good that Keuchel can get through 3 outs there. So I'm going to take the Nerfy. I didn't take the obvious Nerfies last week, and every single one of them hit, and it really pissed me freaking off.
Yes,
so I'm rolling it back with the obvious Nerfies this week. I'm going to start with the White Sox Guardians.
You know what that means, right?
They're not
Danger City, right?
None of them.
Yeah.
None of them. If they all hit last week, all the obvious ones this week, everyone's going to get killed. You know how that goes.
Yep. Shout out King Papi Sosa. Shout out Mexican Jew. Shout out Where's My Cup? All in the comment section.
Shout out Cash.
Shout out everybody watching on TikTok. I got the man in the back screaming at me that we're popping off on TikTok. Everybody's saying we suck. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring on the hate. I love the hate.
I'm a beautiful individual.
I agree.
You are. We all are, honestly. Man in the back, what do we got next? Giants, Mets. I'll start off with one. This is one of my favorite plays today. I am rolling with the Cobb train. My man has the longest streak of regular season games without a loss at 22. I know the Mets are probably one of the hottest offenses in the league right now. And I know that McGill's on the mound tonight. And I'm really not worried about it. I'm going to go with the Giants at plus 100 odds.
Question, isn't that
TikTok
Webb? Isn't that Webb who has the
Is it Webb? I thought it was Cobb.
I'm pretty sure it's Logan Webb, not Cobb. Let's double check on that.
Oh well, keep it going.
Yeah, I'm on the Mets here, guys. McGill's been unbelievable. 2 starts so far. He has yet to give up a run. He's struck out 11 batters and yet to throw a walk. McGill's been the surprise for the Mets this year. He started the opening day once the injury news went down, and he's just lived up to the hype. I think that continues. The Mets are at home, and the bats have been good. 7-3 on the year, 2-1 at home. Think they keep it rolling. Give McGill and the Mets on the money line, minus 120. Clee, what are you liking?
Yeah, no, I'm going to stay with you with everything you said there, Alpha. I like the Mets on the money line. I love what their pitching's doing so far this year. Frankie's been playing a little better for them this season, so I'm going to take it short and sweet. Take the money line with the Mets. BBB.
Yeah, I love the Mets here. They have not lost a first 5 on the money line yet, and that's where I'm going to be taking them today. Most of their problems have came later in games with the meltdowns, but so far through the first 5, we've seen their starting pitching at least has handled their business, and as long as the bats can get going a little bit, I think we see a push at worst here. So I love this first 5 angle.
Love it.
These two teams are gonna be here for the long run. I'm surprised by the Giants start. I know Alpha kept talking about it, but I didn't think they were gonna start off like this. I know last year they were just kind of that team that came out of nowhere, but to see them at 7-2 so far this year, they've yet to lose a run line away. 3-0 so far. They're also a 1-0 against the run line as underdogs, which they are tonight for the second time all year. It should be a really interesting game because at the same time, the Mets are 4-1 on the run line as favorites, which they are tonight. So we'll see. These are two just teams heading in the right direction here for kind of different reasons. Giants doing it with a little bit of mixture of youth and veteran guys, and Mets just doing it with all power, money, and everything that the Yankees used to be, right? Let's move on.
Yeah, 100%. Let's move on. I don't
All right. Rays Cubs. What do we got here? We got the Rays who they have been up and down. Boy, did they need that win yesterday against the White Sox to move to 5-5 on the year. And then we got the Cubs, man, 5-4. Suzuki is just crushing it for them. 4-11 on the year, batting 400. I say it all the time. This guy's my rookie of the year. I took him before the season started, but we'll see if he can continue. Hendricks versus, let's see if I can get the Rays pitcher's name right, McClanahan.
Good, very good.
BBB, we have not started with you yet today. What are we thinking? What do we got?
Yeah, this is kind of a layoff spot for me, to be honest. Hendricks has looked a little shaky off the bat, to start the year. He's one of those guys where if he's kind of having an off day, he has like a real off day because he doesn't have, that craziest stuff. A lot of his is based off his location and just really being, accurate with all his pitches and making sure, so if his stuff's even just a little bit off, he doesn't have like the velocity as a lot of these pitchers. And it turns into almost BP for some of these guys. So he either has it or he doesn't. And so far this year, it's been a little shaky. So I'm waiting for him. A lot of these pitchers, they haven't got fully in, depending on how large of a spring training they actually got. So, I'm just going to lay off this spot here. I don't trust the Rays either.
I'm in the same boat, man. I mean, you take a look at Hendricks. He's supposed to be the ace of this team. He's 0-1 with a 7 ERA. Go over the other side with McClanahan. He's 0-1 with a 3 ERA. The Rays have been absolutely a letdown for themselves. They're 5-5 coming in after the first 10, 500. They're 1-2 on the road. Cubbies 5-4. They're playing better than expected. So both teams kind of going in opposite directions here. I know it's very early, but I'm laying off any Rays games until I see them start producing. They are a good team, and the bats will start going. Just may take a little longer than expected this year. So no action for me. Clee, any action?
Not really. If anything, I'd lean to +1.5 at -125 with the Cubs being at home. Hendricks had a good start against the Brewers to start off the year there. And the Rays, as we know, have been just shaky so far this season. So if anything, the +1.5 at -125 would be my play.
That's exactly where I'm at, Cleve. The Cubs are 4-0 as an underdog on the run line, which means that every time they got +1.5, they've either won that game outright or lost by 1. I'm going to keep riding the train. The Rays are 2-5 as a favorite this year so far. Until they could show me that they can put consistent games together and win, I'm going to fade. So give me the Cubs here +1.5, exactly what Cleve said, -125 odds. What do we got next? Phillies Rockies in Colorado. Man in the back will probably be at this game sitting right behind home plate. He's one of the biggest Rockies fans we know, season ticket holder.
Yes,
we have Nola. We have Kuhl. I'm going to go with Kuhl. Aaron Nola got kind of rocked in his last outing against the Marlins. Not very good. Pitching in Colorado, not the easiest thing to do. Phillies are -160 on the money line, and Colorado is 4-1 as an underdog against the run line so far this year. Clee, we'll start with you on this one. What do we got?
I love the over in this one, guys. I love the Phillies lineup top to bottom this season. And then you throw on top of it the games in Coors. We know how the ball flies out there. I was on this, unfortunately, the Rockies over yesterday. It was at 11, same number as today. And I think the Phillies have a better lineup than the Cubs do. So that game ended at 10. Probably should have gone over by the amount of runners that the Rockies left out on base. So I'm going to ride it with it again today. Over 11 is my play of the night with the Phillies and the Rockies.
I love it. I'm on the same wavelength you are here. Nola has been another big disappointment this year so far. There's no other way to put it. 1-1 coming in with a near 7 ERA. He's given up 7 hits and 3 walks. He's given up 10 hits and walks early. He's just been getting touched up and doesn't have the accuracy. Kuhl is subject to get rocked. I could totally see that happening tonight with the Phillies lineup. One thing I want to touch on, guys, I've learned this weekend. I learned it the hard way. If the Phillies play the Marlins, just don't touch it. It makes no sense. Wheeler could be on the mound. They could be going up against a dumpster, and they still get shut out and lose 11-1. So it doesn't make sense. This team, the bullpen is horrendous. I'll take the over. I could see the bullpen getting blown up, and I see Kuhl getting blown up too. So I'm with my friend Clee, over 11. BBB, what you got?
Yeah, this is a spot where I'm not big on Kuhl here. He's 0-2 on the first 5 run lines here, and the Phillies bats should get to him early, I would assume, in Colorado. So I like the Phillies first 5 run line. Usually I take that, and somehow they get blanked by some left-handed guy in a wheelchair. But so we'll see if they can bring their bats to the plate today. Probably 6th inning on is when they'll have like 27 runs, and they'll get blanked in the first 5. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll take it.
Yeah, guys, I'm staying away from this game. I mean, the Phillies, this has to be a bounce back spot. They've lost 4 of their last 5, 3 out of 4 to Miami. They're traveling to Colorado here. It's almost too good to be a Phillies play, but I got to lay off to see that they can do it first. This is a first game of a 3-game set in Colorado, so there'll be other opportunities to catch the series later on in the week. So staying away from the first game here. What do we got, man, in the back?
2 games left, boys. 2 games left. We're flying today.
O's A's. I'll start this one, guys. What if I told you the Orioles are yet to hit an over this year so far? That's a real stat. They have yet to hit an over so far this year. They are in 9 games, 0-8-1, 8 straight unders, 1 push that was against the Brewers early last week. Athletics are also in the bottom half of the league. They've only hit 3 overs out of 10 games. I'm rolling with the under here. 7.5. I know it's low. It's so low that it's begging you to take the over and fade the trend. I'm not going to buy into it. I'm going to take under 7.5 at -115 odds. I'm going to bank that these teams are going to play exactly how they've been playing this year. just boring, low-scoring baseball where somehow, some way, they still take 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. But we are not going to talk about that today. Alpha,
100%.
anything
100%.
on this game? Once again, I'm on the under here, 7.5.
Yeah, it really pains me to say this because I hate when this happens, but I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I think it's a slam dunk here. I think the Orioles are going to struggle, and Oakland has Montas on the hill, not traded.
Still there.
A lot of rumors were flying last week, starting on certain shows that he was traded. That's not accurate. Whoever told you that's a bozo. He's back there, staying in Oakland, but I do anticipate him pitching to get out of Oakland. Nobody wants to be in Oakland right now. Let's be real. They're the modern-day Major League movie Cleveland Indians, and they want to get everyone out of there and move the team out of Oakland. So I think Montas is going to be dominant. He's going up against a team that he really has dominated before. Give me the under 7.5, one of my favorite plays today. Clee, what you got for me?
This is going to be a stay away from me. I just can't stomach A's, Orioles in a late night spot for myself. If anything, again, I'm with the Alpha. I think it'll be with Montas here, gladly still with the Athletics. On the minus 1.5 since the money line's juiced up. So that'll be the angle I'd look at. But in all honesty, it's just going to be a stay away totally for me.
It's going to be if you bet this game, it's one. Don't look at the score. Don't turn it on to check it. Take it off your top bar of games you're watching and check the final score after. It's going to be ugly. Let's see 2-1 when we check the game after.
God, I would love that.
Honestly, I think this is kind of like a game between two bad teams. We both know that the A's have gotten a little hot. So I think they're getting overperformed a little bit, and I think the price is a little off here. I think this is kind of a coin flip game, and you're giving me plus 170 with one team. I think it's worth a light play on them. I think there's some value on the Orioles, but don't go crazy. Again, these are two awful teams in my opinion. The A's have gotten a little hot, but I don't think that'll sustain it all.
Yeah.
Look at the records. You can't call these teams bad teams yet. Oakland is 7-3.
No, they're not. They are. No, they're not.
What's it say on the screen here?
They are 5-5.
They're 5-5.
What's the 7-3? I was wondering that before too. Why does it say that?
That is against the spread record.
That's why they've been good against the spread. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But Oakland's been overperforming. They've been surprising. I've been dogging them almost every day this year on this show, and they keep making me look like an idiot. Yet again, they do that again today. It's got to be under.
They're both bad teams. Just because the Orioles beat the Yankees twice, that's 2 of their
they're
3
a good
wins.
team. They're now a good team. They are now a good team.
Let's move on, man. What do we got? Last game of the night? No, I think 2 more, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nope. You guys are skipping the Padres game? Okay, fine. Whatever. I don't ever want it anyway.
We can go over it. It's not a little
all right, Braves, Dodgers. Clee said it here first earlier. Dodgers are exactly what we thought they would be. They are smoking hot. They're going to easily win over 100. But like you point out, even the best teams in baseball, they lose 40, 50 games a year. It's about finding those right spots. Is tonight one of those right spots? Dodgers are minus 215 on the money line. They're hosting the Braves. You got Kershaw. You got, who has a gorgeous 15 ERA through 3 innings pitched. Kershaw, we know what he did last time. Anybody remember? Oh, I do, because I think it was disgusting. He had a perfect game through 7 innings and only threw 80 pitches, and Dave Roberts still took his ass out. Why? We live in this weird MLB time where 80 pitches is like, oh my God, like the danger zone. I don't know. Drove me crazy. I still don't get it. But anyway, guys, the only thing I could say is the start after such a great outing for Kershaw. Is he set up for a letdown here? Alpha, we'll start with you.
Hold on. Can we just talk about the biggest story in this game first? What's the biggest story in this game?
Don't know. What is it?
Who is now on the Dodgers?
Oh, Freddie. Yeah, but this will be a little more.
That's a story. Come on.
No, it would be a little. That would be the story if this game was in Atlanta. Freddie Freeman's not the story here.
A rematch here from the playoffs.
It's not like he's getting his ring tonight. He's not getting his ring tonight. None of that. If this was in Atlanta, he's the number 1 story. This game's in LA. Come on.
Isn't this his first game ever playing against the Braves and not being on the Braves? That's a story, guys. There's going to be a lot of emotion in it. I think Freddie's going to hit a bomb tonight. I just do. I'm on the Dodgers in a parlay here. I think the Dodgers are going to win this one easily. Also, can we just take a second back and talk about Andrew Heaney, the Heen dog, throwing 7 scoreless, 11 strikeouts yesterday. The Yankees traded for him, and he literally gave him a home run every other batter. He goes to the Dodgers. He's 2-0, 87 strikeouts in 2 games, and he's breaking every fucking record.
Cy Young candidate, right?
Unbelievable.
Cy Heaney.
I am on the Dodgers in a parlay today. I will go over the second leg in best bets. BBB, what you got?
This is a scary one for me. I think I'm going to lay off it. Maybe look into it a little more later in the day. But I mean, we saw with Darvish after he got pulled with his no-hitter through later into that game, he came back out the next time and got absolutely shelled. I think pulling a guy while he's in his rhythm like that, we just see it kind of mess with him sometimes. He hasn't pitched in almost a week now. The Braves offense has been hot. Other than last night where they kind of flubbed. But before that, previously, they've been really hot. I mean, I don't know. It just could be definitely a letdown spot, like you said, Hefe. So I'm going to stay away from this one.
All right. Cleat.
Look, I love the Dodgers. I've been riding this train already this season. 7 wins this year, all 7 on the run line as well. I'm going to keep riding that train tonight, minus the 1.5. I'm slamming also the team total for them. Over 4.5 at minus 110. I'll take that every day with that lineup. As you said, Alpha, I think Freddie has a big night. I mean, we've seen it how many times already this year? They can put up 6, 7 runs in just 1 inning alone, and you're telling me I can just get 4.5 with this team? So I'm taking 2 plays on this game tonight. Dodgers minus 1.5 and Dodgers team total over 4.5.
I love it. It. Some serious exposure from Clee in this one. Anyone else have a play in this game?
No. I gotta stay away. I'm really echoing off of what BB said. I'm nervous about a letdown spot for Kershaw after being yanked after throwing 7 perfect innings. I don't know. I don't. It's not that I think the Braves are world beaters right now, but this could just be one of those games where Kershaw just is not on top of his game, and then the game is a complete coin flip. So I will lay off of this one. And that's it. We're moving on. Is that all we got?
That is, boys.
That is all we got. Well, you know what time it is, Alpha. We are time for best beats. What do we got?
Best beats, baby.
Best.
Wade to LeBron. NBA best bets baseball style. Let's go, Knicks. First best bet's going to be the New York Mets. Money line. Minus 120. Second best bet is Phillies Rockies over 11. Third best bet is Dodgers money line parlay. Get that at plus 125. Good luck tonight, guys. I'm leaving right now.
This guy.
Guys, I will.
Anyone else want to go over your bets, or
yeah? I'm gonna do my best beats. I'm sticking with what I said. I meant what I said. So we're gonna start with the Cubs, my plus 1.5. We're gonna do the Padres first thoughts, and then we did not go over. Padres Reds play today. I'm fading the Reds. I like Manaea on the mound. I think the Padres can get it done in the first 5. Huh? Manaea?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
This show, we're gonna have to
and then Alfie, you just broke me. And then O's A's under 7.5 is my third. So O's A's under 7.5, Padres first 5, and Cubs plus 1.5 in the run line are my 3. Clee, you're up.
Yeah, so I touched on a little bit. If it happens tonight, I'd like that Guardians first 5 money line. Again, weather permitting in that game. The Rockies, Phillies over 11. Again, I'm riding with that. Again, better lineup than the Cubs yesterday. Atlanta at 10. It's the same number. I think Nola gets shelled as well tonight. And then, as I said before, I love this Dodgers team. I like both of those plays tonight. Dodgers minus 1.5 and Dodgers team total over 4.5. Go Dodgers, go. Shout out Magic Johnson.
Go Guardians.
All right. Love it. I'm going to be on the Guardians first 5 money line, and then follow that up with the Mets first 5 money line. And then dog of the day is going to be the Pirates money line. Sitting at plus 155 right now.
Love it.
Who did the Pirates got today, VV? We didn't talk about that game.
Yeah, we did not talk about the game, but they got the Brewers, who their bats aren't real.
Who are the worst run line record in the major leagues, which is what I was trying to get you to say. They are a terrible, I think, 2-7 against the run line this year. So Pirates, I know you took the money line, but Pirates plus 1.5 is also a solid play out there if you want to feel a little spicy.
Pirates by 9.
All right. All right, everybody. That does it for Off the Bat today. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't think there are any day games tomorrow. But on top of that, we also will be back in a few hours with Off the Bounce, 3 playoff games today. We're going to go through all of them. We're going to touch on what happened over the weekend and bring you into tonight. So everybody,
Cavs playing?
Yeah, they play the Knicks.
Are the Cavs playing?
We do have a 1:05 Eastern time game tomorrow.
We do.
I
Wow.
don't swear. MLB?
Diamondbacks Nationals, the makeup.
On the
it
rain
just-
out from today. The rain
it
out from
just-
today.
It just came on, so we will see you bright and early. All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here for OTB. We will see you later on OTB, and then we'll see you tomorrow for both OTBs. Stick with me. Peace out.
Yankees are back tomorrow.